Okay, so hello everyone. So this is a box I was shipped something in, and this is a very expensive item. It's supposed to be a Toshiba DVR660. A VCR DVD combo was shipped to me in like this condition, in a box like this. And I did notice this. It is open right here, and I can see the unit right here. So they didn't package this with any materials. There's no packaging materials, and I did order this off of Facebook. So let's see how this goes. I'm afraid to even cut into it, so I'm going to try to open it by my hand. I'm going to try here. Let's give it my best effort. It looks to me like they didn't even take the time to package this. They just shoved it in there to see how much money they could make. I'm really worried about this because I paid 50 bucks for this. And these units typically sell on Amazon for close to a few thousand. And I thought it was kind of weird when they were selling one for $40, I think it was, or something like that. Okay, I see there's more tape here. And I'll send you a picture, supposedly what it looks like. I have a feeling they sold this really cheap. Because I have a feeling it no longer works. I have a feeling it's one of those units where something's wrong with the power supply and they thought it would be funny. We'll just sell it off and say it works. I guess we won't be able to get it at that way. Let's see if we can try to flip it open here. I feel cardboard, I feel something in there, so they did put some type of packaging material in there. Not quite sure how to get this out. And unfortunately, I don't think these people packaged this very well, because look at this. It's broke already. It probably doesn't power on anymore now. It's probably just a parts unit only. From the pictures that they showed me, it looked like it worked. It didn't look like it was in this horrible shape. How do we pause this? Yes, I think I got taken. It didn't look like that in the description. I don't know what this is taped to the top here. It didn't look like that in the description. Yeah, I got taken for 50 bucks. That's okay. Open it up, we'll see what we can find inside. It's kind of sad because this is one of those units where it has a digital tuner, so it's kind of on the rare side. They don't make these anymore for a reason, because they weren't profitable to make in the first place, so that's kind of the reason why they stopped making them. And the one that they clearly were showing online, they had a door on the front. The door is missing. Door is well missing. So here's the pictures here of what I was supposed to have received. And when it came, I was very upset. I did call PayPal, and I explained what happened, and they put a flag on this person's account because they clearly didn't ship it correctly. And when it arrived, I probably overreacted, because I paid so much money for this, and it's just so old. These are just so old, and they sell for so much online. And anyways, here's the next video for the next part here, how it looks now. So I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace. And this door right here is broken. This was broken off. I found this inside and I taped it back onto the other side because the spring is broke. It's a DVR660 hi-fi model. And this is just a regular 4-head hi-fi. I saw these being listed for sale on Amazon and eBay, usually about $280, about maybe $200. And I'm filming this. Can you like be quiet? Yeah. Okay, I'm filming this to post this on YouTube. Can you be quiet, please? Yeah. Well, so this got shipped, and it got shipped to me. They literally had like 2 big pieces of paper here on the top. And underneath of it, they had 2 pieces of paper underneath when they shipped it to me when I took it out of the box. And as you can see here from the side, it looks like it took a big hit right here. And on the other side, it took a big hit right here. You can see where it's like beveled in at the bottom. And because it took 2 big hits on the side, I think the motherboard got crushed. I think there's a crack in it because when I search for channels, I get nothing. It won't even, and nothing works. There's no picture quality. It's nothing. The drawer opens. Yeah. You click hard enough on the open and close button, and it will open, and that's pretty much all it does. You can put a regular DVD or CD in there and play it back, but when you try recording on a DVD, I mean, you can use a DVD plus or DVD minus R. When you use those, it works perfectly fine. With the exception of it likes to cut out a few times, and it likes to like slow down on the recording. So there's clearly something wrong with this. And the woman I ordered it from on Facebook, I got my money back. I paid $45.45. And she told me this and said she shipped it very poorly like this just because it was sold for parts, because the VCR was eating tapes. And I know how to fix that. I fixed it before. All you have to do is disassemble the entire unit, and there's a switch underneath the VCR mechanism. That's how you fix that. You have to take the whole thing apart. You have to disassemble it. You have to take all the screws out of it. And you have to flip it over, and there's 2 screws on the back. There's a wooden one. Actually, it's not wooden, but it's like a plastic. There's 2 plastic screws. You remove both of them, and the VCR mechanism moves up. And then then there's a switch underneath there that the VCR goes down to. There's like a big, what do you call it? It's basically like, let me grab this cable here. It's like this. It's like one of these connectors on the end. But it's not, but it's plastic. And you gotta and there's like this shiny part. You gotta take a brush and you gotta scrape it off of there. And then you gotta apply new residue, new like lubricant, like like lubricant, like white grease or something like that. I don't know. I got the can at my father's house. Anyway, so then you put that on there, and then you like move it around with like a Q-tip on there. You gotta be very gentle with this stuff, and then you put it back into place exactly the way you found it. And then you reassemble it. Well, that's all this needed. That's all this unit needed. And now it's ready for the landfill because this person did not ship this right. The power button is non-existent. The VCR buttons are non-existent. They don't even work. They don't even register. They don't even register anymore when you click on them. The only buttons that register are these channel buttons, the dubbing button, and open and close button. That's it. And that snaps back, and then this record and push play and stop. That's all that works. The remote control that I got sent with didn't work when I received it. And so I had to take the remote control apart 3 times, actually no, 6 or 7 times to fix it. Because I kept finding videos of people trying to repair these, and I was like, oh, let me try that. So probably took it apart 7 or 8 times. And the tray gets stuck in here because this is broke. Because the springs are broken on there. And unfortunately you can hear I've got, what, one there and one there. So I click the power button on this, it like turns them all off and on at the same time. So I've got three, you know. But this one right here, what makes this one, the reason why I bought this one is because it was very special. It has a digital tuner built into the back of it. That's why I bought this one. I did not buy it for a VCR. I bought it for the digital tuner and the fact that it was really cheap. That's what sold me this one. That's what I was sold on this one, because it was very cheap. And it had a DVD recorder with the built-in digital tuner, and I thought, oh, it's Toshiba. That's pretty rare. Usually they go for like, usually something like this goes for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And that's how you get that open. You have to use a screwdriver to get the door open. And so, first thing I noticed was this bar in here, the bar that goes across the top that you have to take out, was actually really mangled on this one. As you can see here where it started to crumple. And you can see here where it started to crumple. And the fan in this works. The DVD recorder works, but only for so long. You can only record, I think, a half an hour to 45 minutes on a disc before you have to give it a break. And that's pretty much it for this one. It's kind of sad because I was looking for one of these to replace my LG that I've had probably for 6 years. And this one right here, most people would be like, well, what if you find this? What if you find one of these again? Well, if I do and it's sold by the same seller, I'm not buying it. I did get my money back, and I did contact PayPal, and they put a flag on the person's account. And the person tried selling me another one, so they said they're going to report that person's account. So you can see here, this one right here says it was manufactured May of 2008. There's the serial number. Get a good picture of that. If you want to take a picture, go right ahead. I don't know why it's shaking. I'm holding it perfectly still, so I don't understand. And also the reason why I wanted this model is because the component goes out for the DVD. VCR I don't really use anymore anyways. I haven't watched a movie on VHS probably since 2023. So, and I only watched it because I couldn't afford the DVD copy. But now I've got the DVD copy. I'll make a video of that one later, a comparison. Probably do that in, I don't know, sometime next year. But however, I thought this was interesting because this was the model that was sold side by side. Now we're moving to this one over here. I bought this one right here from a Goodwill about 8 years ago. I bought this in 2018 actually. So 7 years ago I bought this. This is a Toshiba DVR660. Way much better shape, cosmetically and physically. The drawer opens very nicely, very nice and slow. Has a lot of filth in there that needs to be cleaned out, but if you put these side by side, you notice that they got the same front plate. And even if I took this one off of here and put it on here, it would not fix the damage that has been done to this inside. I actually have cleaned the video head in here, and I ran a tape through this, and up on the screen I got no picture. There was no picture at all. So the VCR is actually completely shot. The only way to fix this unit would be to take it to a place, take it to a professional place where they can rebuild it. They would have to rebuild the entire insides of this. And you'd probably be looking at $300 to $400 maybe, if you're lucky. Because they sell these for $278, $200 on Amazon. And it was the only reason why I was interested in this one is because it was cheap and it had what I wanted, the features I wanted. That was the only reason why I was interested in this. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to do much with this because this is and you can see here, like, you push this, there's nothing there for it to click onto. And I looked at this one right here. I took this one apart once, and I found out that there's a button behind here. The button on here is broken. So even if I replace the front plate, it wouldn't fix the problem. This right here would still be missing. And you're probably thinking, Holden, well, look here. Look how this one right here has a sticker here, 1080p up conversion. The sticker is missing. So whoever originally bought this or whoever sold it to me must have taken the sticker off. And there's tons and tons of things that are on this particular DVR660 that are it's just garbage now. And I noticed this too. How it's got the same DV input and it's got the same connector. It's basically the same unit. It's just too badly damaged. It came with the remote control, but after I got it running, I figured it's not worth my time anymore. So I'm gonna probably either list this one for sale on Facebook, where I got it from, or I'm just gonna donate it to a thrift store and get rid of it. Because I don't have the money to have it recycled. I don't have the money. I'm financially, like, ruined because of this, because I spent so much money on this. And I can tell you this now, these are not worth even more than 50 bucks. They're not worth anywhere even close to 200. I wouldn't pay any more than $50 for something like this. Even if they manufacture these today like this, I would never buy them. I would never pay more than 50 bucks. Because VHS is so outdated that nobody wants it anymore. I had VCRs listed before for like 40, 50 bucks where they go on eBay and Amazon. And I've never been able to sell them because nobody wants to pay that. Nobody wants to pay that. It's kind of like watching Pawn Stars, and you see that guy in there when he talks about old books. Oh, they're $200 for an old book. Nobody wants to pay that. This VCR here, I noticed it's missing this is where the sticker right here would have been for the call number for our helpline. This is where it would have been. You can see the residue. And I did take an alcohol wipe and I did wipe this entire unit down. It's hard to say, but it's ready for the landfill. I could list this online and, list this online for 10 bucks for somebody to use for a DVD player, because it does play DVDs, but it won't record onto them anymore. You'll play back CDs and stuff, but DVD, it won't play, it'll just play it back. And that's it. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Super Satin Productions.